Here are 70 pieces of Bloons lore straight from the Ninja Kiwi blog. With enough time and effort, any monkey can become an ice monkey, even someone like Hbomb, though his mastery of nature has surpassed his need to. Each druid makes their cape out of a complex weave of plant matter. Every cape has a unique makeup that the druid adds to over time. Corvus loves horror games, but he needs Adora's help. Just to play the game, of course, not because he's too scared to play alone. While Adora has the sun god's powers, she isn't powered by the sun, so she still has most of her power when it's nighttime or cloudy. Ice monkeys are in the primary category because their magic is more primal and less based in the arcane arts or druidic learnings. Druidic. Monkeys are all about sustainable energy and treating the environment with respect. Because of this, they love using solar panels and other renewable energy. Wizard and druid groups often study magic together. Learning from other specialties to adapt and improve your own is a long, honored tradition in the Blooniverse. Every monkey has unlimited ammo, but not all reloading looks the same. For the dart monkey, a new dart just appears in their hands. The Tac Paragon's monkey is mainly for maintenance and activating those awesome abilities. They can fire tacs manually if needed, but the engineers did a really good job with automation. Brickle earned her VIP pass to Benjamin's sushi place by bringing the best quality ingredients from her travels to Sushi Ben. Some buccaneer monkeys are still out exploring the vast oceans and islands, but they always report to Dread Pirate Brickle at the designated times. Monkeys have some pretty unique phobias, including the fear of palindromes, being watched by ducks, long words, and the fear of fear itself. Luckily, nobody has a phobia of Bloons, as that would make fighting them pretty difficult. Most research indicates that the boss Bloons have just always been there. A dedicated investigative team led by Patch is always looking for new clues about their origins, though. The monkeys see the extremely difficult maps we've been creating as great training opportunities. After beating some of your maps, they feel like they can take on any challenge. Quincy is extremely strong. All those years of bow shooting have strengthened him more than his small frame would have you believe. Rosalia wears headphones in her level 20 design because at her flying speeds it gets difficult to hear. The headset lets her easily communicate with her allies. When monkeys are sacrificed to Adora, they get transported to a temporary solar dimension. Afterward, most end up near one of Adora's temples. Thankfully, Chinook pilots help transport them back to where they need to be. Monkeys wag their tails when they're happy. In a fight between Goku and the Glue Rat, Goku wouldn't stand a chance. However, Glue Rat would never fight someone as nice as Goku. Mermonkeys can become other tower types if they want to. A mermonkey sniper, or snipe mermonkey, would be quite the sight. Monkeys get a little stressed during super high free play rounds, like 500 plus, but they feel pretty powerful and confident when they reach that high. Ezelia is purple because she was born that way. Monkeys come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. Sada is a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. Adora was born with powers, but they became stronger the more in tune she became with the sun god. Mermonkeys love to prank Buccaneer and Submarine monkeys. Over the years, there have been many tales of spooky knocks coming from outside the ship's hulls, but it turns out that was just mermonkeys playing around. Somewhere in the Blooniverse, there is a mysterious hidden fairy glade. Every now and then, a fairy reveals themselves to the monkeys, like Tinker Fairy Rosalia, but no one truly knows how many fairies there are. Vortex's stuns measure at 60,000 volts. No wonder it stuns our monkeys for so long. The Red Scarf Monkey from Rogue Legends hasn't revealed their name yet, opting to just be called the Rogue Monkey for now. Quincy learned how to shoot his third arrow with tons of practice and experimenting. Practice makes perfect, and he became one of the best archers in the Blooniverse. Professor Evil has been laying low, but no need to fear. The Mib has been keeping tabs on him. Ice monkeys have well-organized and popular snowball tournaments with different categories for different upgrade paths. Military monkeys can train in other non-military paths if they want. They're always welcome to switch to other category training if they decide military isn't for them. Every monkey that takes part in battles is certified in first aid. It's such an important skill for everyone on the battlefield. The most historic record of Blasty having a temper tantrum was when Mount Bloonsuvius erupted. Thankfully, there were no injuries, and the scientists at Temper were able to detect what was happening and evacuate everyone in time. Many tails have been sprained while monkeys are trying to get their ice legs on maps like Skates. The Legend of the Night does make an actual black hole, but it's massively scaled down and safe for frequent use. When it comes to heat resistance, the Wizard Lord Phoenix can handle the most heat out of the monkeys, while no Bloon can withstand more heat than Blastopopulus. Pat's favorite McDonald's order is the Shamrock Shake and Big Mac combo, which is exactly what I like to get. Ancient writings mention a hidden being absorbing the sun's light and spreading darkness. People speculated that this was Merkel from Encrypted, but Ninja Kiwi says that's unlikely as he seems helpful. Chances are there's some great antithesis of the sun god floating around out there. The Apex Plasma Master is partially robotic. The engineers and scientists are fantastic at combining mechanical elements with monkeys when needed. Razor rotors can pop balloons because the pouts quickly tip the heli to get the blades in the path of the balloons. They're pretty quick and efficient with this, so it can be hard to see. The beast handlers animals have given monkeys a little nip here and there during training, just like you'd expect with any animal, but there haven't been any outright attacks. Rosalia and Etienne built an AI assistant called Lemon as a test, but Rosalia ultimately decided that she preferred full control of her systems. Monklantis is a very large underwater city. A lot of mermonkeys live there, and it's the main hub for their civilization. We're not sure if the Bloons fear Lych. I would be terrified to be reanimated, but maybe they're happy being reinflated. The glaives of the Glaive Lord and Dominus move on their own because if you throw them just right with a certain amount of force, they reach an almost perpetual state of motion. The monkeys can hear the in-game music. They blast it over the speakers to get locked in and keep them motivated when fighting the balloons. The inconsistent color of Bloontonium is because it exists in different states and levels of refinement. Corvus does practice those menacing looks in his free time, but he also enjoys some hobbies. He's especially fond of making ceramic pots. Dr. Monkey has theories that balloons might come from their own Blooniverse through phases portals. When he tried putting bananas through one, they turned into all sorts of weird things. He's concluded that going into a chaos rift is too dangerous and unpredictable at this moment. Monkeys have their own urban legends and cryptids? Monkeys have their own urban legends and cryptids. Legends even tell of the Chupa Bloonra stalking the forest. Most monkeys in BTD6 are omnivores with lots of unique culinary interests. The crystals on the bottom path druids' foreheads are unofficially called rage crystals, which help them channel that popping fury into popping power. Acidic mixture dip grants lead popping power while brews don't, because the dip is for projectiles while brews are for the soul. Striker Jones got promoted from artillery commander to colonel. He's shown exemplary skill and has had this rank for a while now, and he may already be being considered for another. Sada is definitely the most athletic hero overall, but other heroes have their specialties. Pat is very strong, and Quincy has great eyesight and quick reflexes. How Bloons work as a civilization is mysterious and mostly unknown to us, but there seems to be different rules they follow depending on which boss they're under. The longest tower rivalry is between dart monkeys and boomers. It's a tale as old as BTD2, which launched 18 years ago. The boss Bloons get a bit exhausted from being powered up during boss events with extra speed. They wouldn't mind if the monkeys could slow down a bit with all the challenges. Dart monkeys are Geraldo's biggest customers. He's always selling out of those super monkey capes. When Sada uses sword charge on multi-lane maps, she's not actually creating copies of herself. She just moves with such speed that it looks like there are multiple Sadas. Long ago, the MIB noticed that Bloons prefer following paths. They let Archie know, and all construction sense has had that in mind. In fact, the monkeys once tried making extremely long paths, but sadly, the Bloons decided to only attack a small section of the massive pathway. Regrow farming isn't a genuine profession in the BTD universe, as the value drops off extremely quickly. Monkeys don't really apply to work at the MIB. You have to be recruited, though internal applications are sometimes accepted for the more secretive positions. Super monkeys aren't jealous of dart monkeys that get Geraldo's worn capes, even though they're more cost efficient. Those capes are torn, damaged, and often already used, while super monkeys like to keep their capes in pristine condition for the next battle. Speaking of worn capes, they contain some latent super monkey energy. That's what makes the cape so valuable and sought after, even if damaged. Monkeys feel very accomplished after completing a 2TC. It's no small feat to do a 2-tower chimps run. The cost for each tower involves a 4-blackboard-long equation, but the logistics cost of taking them from the base to the track is one of the variables. Not all maps were constructed by the monkeys. Quite a few are just high-risk spots for Bloon invasion. But that was 70 pieces of Bloons lore. If you want way more, click this video right here.